Hey guys, it's only Boss here. This may be a little bit off when I'm clicking something and when I'm talking because I am actually going over what I did because for the fact that I forgot to record the audio. I actually turned that setting off before and I forgot to turn it back on. So basically, I'm doing this entire thing talking to myself basically. So I'm going to show you guys how to set up Star Wars Galaxy's emulator if you want to play it. But just before we talk about anything else, you actually do need an original copy of the disc. You can get them dirt cheap off of eBay, Amazon, or other sites like it. It's really easy to get. Mine was $39.99 plus $3 shipping cost, so $6.99 for one of the known as one of the best MMORPGs of all time, and the best, I think, Star Wars MMORPG of all time. So even though I haven't played it that much, I know it's way better than SWGEMU because it's just a really cool game. But yeah, you do need an original copy of the disc. Um, on the Star Wars Galaxy's emulator installation form, it did say that you can have any version of Star Wars Galaxies, even if it was made after the transformation. I don't know about that for sure. I would still look it up, but it did say any version of Star Wars Galaxies you can use for the game. So the one that I have seen the most go up on eBay is the Star Wars Galaxies and Empire Divided, the 3 disc set. That's the one that I got personally. I've seen a lot of them go up. When I was looking at eBay, I saw 6 out of 10 um, was just that version. So that's the version I've seen the most, and I know that one works for sure because I have it and I've used it and I'm playing it right now. So I do know that version works. Still, I look up other versions just to be safe because you don't want to pay even $7 for something that's completely worthless to you. So yeah, that's that. So basically, what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna go right in here and show you guys how to do it. All right, I know it looks really off because I am just talking um, to myself in the first part. Basically, what you're first going to do is that, at least with the 3 disc set, or with any set really, you're going to put in the first disc, and basically it's going to say, what do you want to do? Run or install, or save. Install or unsave, depending on what it says. You're going to want to click install or save. Then next, it's going to take you to the install shield wizard, and basically it's going to take you to the entire steps of it. I don't think I really need to go into much detail of that. But to tell you guys, because it was the problem with me with a 3 disc set, you have to stay there the entire time. Because once disc 1 is loaded, it's going to say right after that, you have to load disc 2. And then right after disc 2 is loaded, you have to load disc 3. So you do have to stay there. You can't just, like, wait, because the pop-up is just going to stay on the screen. And, something could happen. So, yeah, you're going to need to stay there the entire time with all 3 discs loading, one after the other. For me, it took about 30 minutes to an hour to do that. It did take a long time, so be patient in that stage, especially with the 3 disc set. I don't know about other sets, like how long they would take, but I know mine took about an hour. But one of the things was I did leave my computer for a little bit and then come back and find, oh, you have to actually stay there for the entire time. So yes, you do have to stay there. All right, I know this is really off. I'm going on to Star Wars Galaxies emulator.com, and it wasn't working right. But so after you get the entire game installed in your computer, you have all 3 discs installed, everything looks good. Uh, After that, and you have like the desktop shortcut and everything, you're gonna want to go to um, Star Wars Galaxy's EMU and go to the installation tab, which I had up there. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go all the way down to the step 3, download and install the game. Right, I'm looking at something else right now. I was looking at the install shield wizard. Uh, so yeah, you're gonna want to go to step 3, download and install the SWGEMU Launchpad. That's when you're gonna want to go. And then you're gonna want to go down um, to the I don't know what I'm saying right now. You're gonna want to go to this part right here, where basically it says you could download the SGMU Launchpad installer here. Click here, and basically it's going to take you to the installation guide. It's gonna say you're gonna go to the setup. It's gonna have to go to your downloads because it's not gonna come up right away. At least for me, it didn't. You're gonna want to go to that little arrow in the top right hand corner for Firefox, at least for the version I have. Click on it. Go to double click on the setup. It's gonna say what do you want to do, run or save it. You're gonna want to save it, and then it's gonna take you to the installation guide for Star Wars Galaxies. You're gonna need to go through some user license agreements, just like with the regular version of Star Wars Galaxies when you download the disc, so it's going to take a little bit. It is a process. You're gonna click in on next and click yes, I agree, next, next, next. And basically then it's gonna start downloading SWGEMU on your computer. Basically. And this may take a little bit. It did take a little bit for me. But once you actually get to Star Wars GEMU, I'm actually on track with myself on the video. You're gonna want to go to settings after you download it. It's not gonna work at first. It's gonna say you can't play it because it's not integrated with the regular Star Wars Galaxies. So what you're gonna need to do is go to settings, settings. Sorry, I'm looking at it right now because I really can't see it on the screen. Install from SWG. That's what you're going to want to go to. And basically what it's going to take you is your, I know I messed up here as well. What it's going to do, it's going to take you to your, everything that you have saved, your entire library of stuff, basically. And I'm going on the control pen right now. I don't know why I did that, but that's just that. So yeah, it's going to say, choose a file, choose the Star Wars Galaxies file. And this is the part that gets a little bit complicated because it is kind of hard to find it. It took a while for me to find it myself. Now I'm going to go to the library. What you're going to need to do is that you're going to need to go to your computer's hard drive. So, you know, on the left side, it should say that. With me, it says the Windows 8 thing. You're going to want to go all the way down to Programs, x86, or multiply by 86, depending. Not regular program files by itself. Program files, parentheses, x86. I'm going to double click on that. Okay. Double click on that. Yep. Then you're going to go all the way down to... Now, this is the part that's a little complicated, too. It's going to say Sony and Star Wars Galaxies, and they do work together in a lot of ways, because, you know, Sony made Star Wars Galaxies. But you just only have to click on Star Wars Galaxies. You don't have to click on Sony. That I know of. I didn't do it, so it worked perfectly fine. You don't need to click on Sony. It did nothing, so... Yeah, you don't need to download both of them, so... Yeah, once you click on Star Wars Galaxies, it's going to start uploading Star Wars Galaxies onto the launch pad. And it's going to check to see if you have anything missing from the game, the regular game. And if you downloaded all of the discs that you have, possibly, and all of them, it should work. Now, if you haven't and there's some problem, you're going to need to find a way of downloading the missing stuff. And I think Star Wars Galaxies emulator may download some of that for you. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, you're going to need to check with that if it doesn't work. This will take a little bit, so be patient. It does take a little bit to install the game itself and then install it onto the emulator. It is a pretty large game. I mean, it takes 3 discs to put on there, so even though it's an older game, it's still really huge. It's pretty substantial. Just say this now. I'd probably go on is Bastila, I think, the server name. Bastila. Oh, Basilisk. Basilisk. Yeah, go to Basilisk. That's the one that's better. It has way more people on it. No, it does say the Nova Test Center is recommended, but Basilisk has way more people. Currently, right now, actually, I need to update it. I'll just update the status. Currently, right now, for Basilisk, there's 1,946 people on, and on Nova Test Center, there's 29. So, yeah. That's all for that. So, basically, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Basically, once it does download everything, you should be able to hit play. After you do, it's going to see what kind of graphics you want, and you know, there's tons of different settings, like what kind of how many pixels you want and stuff like that, like what font size. Like I did 1280 by 720 just for YouTube. It is a little off though. It kind of cuts some parts off, so it's not perfect. But all right, guys, that's all I had to talk about for this video. I just wanted to give you a tutorial of how to install the game. It was difficult for me, so. Yeah, that's that. If you like this video, please like it. And if you have any questions, if you've tried to download the game and it's just not working, please comment below and I will be sure to contact you to tell you how or what your problem is. And if not, if I can't tell you what the problem is, just go to the forums. You should probably be able to find something in there eventually. Or contact Star Wars Galaxies Emulator people. I'm guessing they have a contact section of their webpage. So, again, that's all for this video. Please like this video if you like it again, and please subscribe to my channel in the middle of Darth Vader there. If you haven't seen my channel before, I basically make Star Wars content. I have done a little bit of other games, but that's been only with one game loadout. That's because it was a new game and I thought I'd do it. But I probably won't even be doing other game type stuff now. I probably will be doing some Star Wars game stuff, but I probably will be doing most of the majority of the game stuff on my other new channel that I just created, Mac Attack. It's with my brother, so that's that for that. I still haven't uploaded any videos on there, but I may eventually. Um, so yeah, I probably will just stick with Star Wars for this entire time. I may do other loadout stuff and some other games possibly, but I'm mostly a Star Wars guy. If you like Star Wars just as much as I do, you should subscribe. I really love Star Wars and try to give you all the news I can on Star Wars and all the new stuff coming out. So again, please like this video if you like it. Please subscribe to my channel in the middle of Darth Vader there, where it says subscribe to the dark side. And click the watch my other videos button. It will just take you to all the videos that I currently have on my channel. So, and that's that. Alright guys, hopefully you can get into Star Wars Galaxies. It's a really cool game. I would recommend it completely. And again, thank you for watching.